Okay, so we noticed that we've got the problem whereby the screen is coming down and it's not showing properly as it should. And also we noticed that the text wasn't written. So the problem isn't the text isn't written or the screen's coming down. One thing I noticed, if you come back to your code just before you test it again, is this anytime we put the screen width, it sort of makes the screen not align with the other screen. So what we're going to do is take this line out, just take it out. Remember, I'm in the hand-woven function, hand-woven screen. Take this line out and let's not put a screen width because the compiler would know exactly the screen width since it's following the other screens. Another thing I noticed why the text wasn't showing was because the y coordinate that we put to start writing the text is way too high. So let's try something like 310. Okay, so that should do the trick. One more thing real quick that we want to make the screen clickable is go down to where you have this except file not found exception, like the error. Right underneath it, let's do or even below it. I think we could do it right underneath or we could do it below. I think it's a good idea if we did it below. So maybe come right down here and then let's insert a line, a code block to make the screen clickable, okay? So what we'll do is we'll come down here and we'll do create like another click function. Let's call it click 7, x comma y, and then we'll come down here and like print x comma y. And then of course, so that we can get our coordinates, so you know the whole drill. So you just do turtle.onscreen click, right? Turtle.onscreen click, click 7. And this is the reason why we're doing this is because we have the back button, okay? For the back button, because we have a back button and we want it such that once they click back, they can go back to the options again, okay? So once that's done, let's try it and test it now and see how everything looks like. So I'll stop it. Let's run it again. Come back to your VNC and then same thing again. Okay, log in, switch the screens. We're here. And then of course, we're going to go back to the screen where we log in and then we go back to our graph. Remember that our graph is being loaded. Our bar graph is loaded by what we have here, of course. We haven't done anything on cloth design, by the way, so we're going to, do that as well. You can add a point there. You haven't clicked on it. Okay, so we're here on the login. So I'm going to log myself in and put my password and then click on login. And I'm on my login screen. And so now I'm here. Now, when I click this, you can see this is loading properly. The hand woven is over past 8 because, well, if you go here, it's 9. Makes sense. The garment tailoring is 3, the head wrap is 1, and the cloth design is 0. So that's, again, garment and then head wrap 1 and 3, and then here's 0. We haven't clicked on this yet, okay? We even clicked on it. We can actually just click on it so you can see. So let's get back. That means we have to run this all over again. But you'll see that it increases by 1. I just want you to see that it's working. So make sure all of your work is doing well. Everything in your program needs to work and work perfectly. Okay, so let's get back and let's run it again one more time. So we're going to go back to the VNC and again log in and wait for us to be redirected. And what we want is to see the writing from the text file. Remember the one that we created about the Togu, the hand-woven Togu masterclass? All that writing should write down on the screen. And that's what we want to happen. So I'm going to put my username here and I'm going to put my password here and I'll click on login. And of course, I'm back here again. So you can see now this is showing properly. Okay, so let's click here because this is where we come to the hand-woven page. And you can see now it's perfect. The size is good. Everything is now nicely, and you can see the animation, the spacing we gave. It goes all the way to the maximum line width, which we said was, I think, 450, how long you would write. And once it's done, it's when I can click, because if I try clicking anything, nothing happens right now. So they have to wait until it's done, which makes sense because they have to read the information. So you can see this is pretty nice and very well done. And so once this is, so you can adjust the way this is going to be displayed, the style of writing and all that stuff, and even the color if you don't like it, and you can adjust where your your text is going to start from. Remember, we did that on the start X and Y. Don't forget, this is where like we determined where it will start from. So this line, so that's why you can see it starting the way it's starting. Okay, so it's still writing. Now it's done. So let's see if this works. So if we click on this button, we should be able to get coordinates now. So let's see. We'll click the top section and the bottom section so we can get like our 4 coordinates. Let's go back to the console. So we just got 4 coordinates, which is great. Now we need to go and put that in our code. So I got negative 182, my biggest, smallest, and positive 183 is my biggest. So go back to your main code and then come back here and say if x is greater than, just put, just hit the tab key. I'm just going to change these values, by the way, okay? Negative 182 is my smallest, and my biggest was positive 183, okay? So positive 183, I'm talking about the x coordinates now. And then my smallest y was negative 362, and my biggest was negative 272. So negative 362, negative 272. This is for the back button on the hand woven screen. And so once we click that, we want to clear our screen. So screen.clear. And we want to take it back to displaying home. So displaying home is this function. Remember the one that you did for the Togu, the one that has the options there. So like it's going to go back to the home screen again where you logged in because you're still logged in. And you can do a log out button, by the way. That's something creative to put in there somewhere. But it will go back here and we're still logged in so that we can still go back to the Togu option if we wanted to see that or another option. So that's what we're trying to do here. Now, let's go and try it out. Once you're done, this is pretty much it. Stop your code again, clear your past runs and run it. And then let's go see. So we go onto the VNC, click on this option, log in, and then wait for this to, to get it loaded up. And then finally, we're going to transition into the screen. So let's wait. Okay, so now let's log in. And then once you're done, so you click OK, and then you come here to the login screen, click this, and then you can see that still things are still, same. The last time we clicked was 10 for the Togu thing. That was the only thing that increased and everything stays same. So just telling you that's still working fine. And now when we click this option, we come to the hand woven. Again, that will increase by 1, meaning that it's now 11 clicks, right? And so we wait. We can't, if you click anything here, this isn't going to work. You have to wait until this finishes writing. And then when you click the back, it's supposed to take you back again. So let's see. So the user is just going to be sitting nicely here and reading all the information about the Togu hand woven part. And then once that's done, okay. All right, so we've gone to the traditional modern style. Okay, once that's done, we click on back. Okay. And then you notice I came back here. We click OK. I'm back to the home screen and all these things will be clickable again. So when I click here, I come back here, still working perfectly. Everything's still good and same. And then I can, go back from here to anything. Like I can come back and click this if I wanted, or I can click another option and I just come back. And that's pretty much it. That's the end of your program. Again, if you wanted to, I want to see creativity from you. So add some creative options. Remember, we didn't talk about, let me just stop this from running. Again, I said a little challenge for you would be that when you're on the Togu option, these social media, when you click on them, they should open up a social media on a separate tab. That's easy to do. Just go and research and find how to do that. When you click, you already know how to make things clickable. So just say it will open a new URL And also, of course, this image right here that will also make these options clickable. Once you click on them, it will open that. So just try to add those extra things and make your whole MBOA FLIX functional. At this point, I'm looking forward, we and the academic team are looking forward to seeing the most creative and most developed, professionally done work. Remember, once you're done, you can come back to your AI here on Replit, and you can ask it that I want to monetize this app. I want to monetize this app, right? This app. And what it will do is it will just tell you, basically, will tell you how you can monetize it because you're making this as a web app, and it will decide like and tell you what kind of monetization do you want, the subscription one where they pay monthly, for example, and then you say send, and it will give you like some really good tips, and it will connect you to the revenue cat where you can publish your app. You can add tell your agent, because you have a free agent every day, so you can tell it to make some modifications to this, make it professional, more professional, and always tell it, do not change my code. Just add these extra features that will make it more professional. Once you're done, you click on publish, which is what I'm going to tell you. So here is giving us the integration of Stripe. It says that Stripe is available. You can put Stripe, and then you can do an integration of it. Then it says it connects your project. Okay, we're not gonna authorize Stripe right now. So if Stripe is available in your country, you can do that. You can just tell it that I want to monetize on, I want to monetize, um, I want to, monetize on revenue cats. I want to sell, you can even say I want to sell my apps on subscription basis on revenue cats. Okay, so you can send that here and tell it what exactly it is, and then it will search it up for you and see how that can help, that can work. And yeah, and you get it to be on revenue cat. So it's built for only that. Revenue cat is built for mobile apps, but you can do this on Stripe. So like again, you just have to connect this to Stripe or to any other option. So Stripe is like where people will pay and then you'll receive your payment. So it says for this app, the right fit is Stripe, which handles subscriptions for desktop and web apps. So yeah, Stripe is the best again in terms of web and desktop apps. Unfortunately, Stripe I don't think is available. I'm gonna see for my country if it's available, but I think you can search up your country. It's just a place where you can receive money. Okay, so once you're done with that, now if you want to, when you want to publish your app, when you're done with everything, you can give it a name and then click on publish, and it will be public. Everyone with the URL for your app can be able to access it. So if you click publish right now, for example, this is publishing, it will go on to oh, publishing is not available. Let's see why that is. There's this project. There's nothing to this project has only a design and API. There's nothing to ask the agent to build your app from the design. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. So basically, before you publish anything, like I said, you have to ask this AI to make your app publishable, that you want to publish it, and stick to the same codes that you have. Okay. So you say, make my app publishable, make my app ready, or make this program keeping the exact same structure and code blocks ready for publishing. Okay. Um, so for example, like that, and you send it to your AI. I'm going to stop mine, but I'm just telling you because it says you have nothing yet to publish because it needs to build your app. So what it's doing is working to find out a solution of how to make all this app work for publishing. And so it says removing debug code and comments and all that stuff. I'm actually going to stop mine right now because I don't want it to keep working. Planning publishing readiness and all that. So it's basically preparing itself to get ready your app for publishing. That's what's really happening. So yeah, so at this point, this is really what you have to do. You can also ask it to do some extra features, like I said, to this app to make it better. And then you just have to wait. So you have a free REPL agent all the time. So it says it's removed all the print debugs and it's removing the development node codes, cleaning up all that stuff. So I'm just going to stop it for now because I don't really need to make anything else work and stuff. I think it's pretty okay, what I have. I'm not like publishing it, but you need to publish yours if you want to be able to sell it. So for me, yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then one more thing I want to talk about, which I'm going to go into really quickly, is about when you finish your app. We have another program. The MBOA FLIX program is completely done. It was free for 6 sessions, plus these extra videos that we're creating for you. We have Ampe Shaba coming up. Ampe Shaba is a 4 to 6 week game design and development where you learn how to create game design and development either in Java or in Python. It depends on which one we open, but most likely for Java. It's a very interesting thing that gets you started on game design and development. And of course, the course, this is a paid course. You will have to pay 120 euros for the 6 sessions. But what we're doing is for anybody who has completed the MBOA FLIX, this is just a gesture from Nazi Tech School to the students of Cameroon that have completed MBOA FLIX. We're giving you a 20 euro discount. So that means you'll pay 100 euros for 6 sessions. So if you would like to learn more about the Ampe Shaba, then just contact Nazi Tech School and we'll give you information, and we have the registration form that's going to be connected to the description of this video. Another thing which is really important is the policy center that I already talked about in class, and I said I was going to do a presentation. So this MBOA FLIX app that you're creating, you need to leverage it to the very best. You need to publish it, make money from it. You also need to use it as an opportunity to apply for this policy center that is being advertised, as I said already. This one, the policy center for the Atlantic leading emerging leaders in Rabat, Morocco. It's open to all citizens of Africa, as you can see, and all ages. You need to use MBOA FLIX. It's a fully funded experience that you get to come to Rabat. You need to have a resume, a well-done resume. If you want to learn how to do resumes, you can contact Nazi Tech School and we'll tell you how to go about that. Then you need to have a video, a YouTube video, and explaining basically your MBOA FLIX, okay? Because your MBOA FLIX app that you created is the essence of this Policy Center New Leaders, Emerging Leaders forum that's going to happen in Rabat. You need to go on Gemini and tell Gemini, how can I create a pitch using my MBOA FLIX app to be able to stand out when applying for this Policy Center? And you can go find it online so that it will give you some tips of what to say when you're doing a video and of how this app is useful and why you stand out and why you need to be selected for this fully funded opportunity. So it's right here. It's talking about, this is a presentation talking about the initiative of the Policy Center for New South, bringing impactful young leaders from across the continents. It's fully covered. You walk away with the leadership training, global network, who can apply, and then your application, what you need to do, of course, and how to pitch. You're a pioneer, how to pitch MBOA FLIX, how to convince them that you should be the one using your MBOA FLIX app, because it's bridging between Nazi Tech School and Tech Fusion, which is Morocco and Cameroon. And MBOA FLIX app itself preserves the African cultural heritage, because you're building a digital economy for Cameroonian creators, which can be reflected on other African countries and beyond. And then, of course, you need to create your video showing your app, how it's working for the first few seconds in your video before you talk. And then talking, as I said, about Ampe Shaba is a new program, game design, AI integrated data science program that we have at Nazi Tech School, and registrations are open. So if you want to register now and get in touch with us. And so we really hope that you've benefited so well from this course. You need to also remember that we're going to send you a checklist to check all the things that you need to have done for this course, from lessons 1 all the way until the very last lesson, making sure all your assessments are done, all your learning experiences are being posted on social media and tagging Nazi Tech School, Tech Fusion. You need to make sure that you've also, one important thing, shared your story on Replit. I think we said that. So share your story on Replit. If you go to share your story, this is the link. You can just copy it from this video. And when you're here, you just click allow on your Replit account. And this is compulsory because you need to take a screenshot and show us that you've actually done this. So you need to submit a new story and then talk about what your story was building your MBOA FLIX. Click next and just continue on with the instructions that they will give you. So this is Very, very important. You need to make sure that you've done this, and you're going to need to take a screenshot for this as well. So that's another important thing. I'm going to go back now to the very end. So you're going to get a checklist, make sure all your work is done. And perfect. That's it. I wish you the very best. I hope you have a beneficial and I'm looking forward. In Nazi Tech School, we're going to be awarding the best students app, and you have the opportunity to become an intern with us. So work hard and make sure all your tasks are done. Thank you, and I wish you all the very best, and looking forward to seeing you in the Ampe Shaba Game Design and Development course.